All right, what's going on YouTube? Card Collector 2 coming at you here with a brand new video, and this one is definitely long overdue, and I apologize for that, but it's here. It's finally time. This is going to be my biggest PSA submission to date, especially in terms of this channel. I don't remember doing anything or getting any submissions back that were quite this many cards for me personally. There's over 250 here. This was an order I submitted quite a while ago and received a couple weeks ago. But again, if you saw the other PSA video I posted, my wife and I just recently moved, so this video is overdue. But with the move and then everything going on with obviously my retail shop being closed due to the COVID situation, just kind of been a little busy doing other things at the moment. Mostly like breaks and listing cards on eBay and on my website, and all of that sort of fun stuff. So a little behind on content, but I'm working on catching up. So gonna start with this and then go into some other videos here relatively soon. I have a Brothers in Cards gold box giveaway. I'm gonna do a LeBron PC show off video. I have a decent amount of mail incoming. A couple other things in store. Working on some more in-depth content as well, but that's going to take other people and a little bit more time. So without further ado, just going to get right into it. I figured I would share this card first. This is the card I was most looking forward to. I honestly thought it was going to get an 8. It's pretty clean. I really did think it had a shot at an 8. I bought it expecting it to be a 7 and just kind of hoped to be an 8. But it's clean, man. It's one of the cleaner cards I've seen. I think I shared this when I got this, but kid I went to high school with, his dad was like stationed out in California. It was in some branch of the military, and he said he was into sports cards back then and would pick them up and like had kept them the whole time. And when I saw them, if you would have saw them and not known them, you're like, yeah, these have got to be like trimmed or fake or something. I mean, they were immaculate. I mean, they were in great shape. So I was it was kind of it was a cool collection to be able to purchase. There wasn't a ton in it, but there will be some stuff in this video that was from there. But again, I was, really honest with him up front. I was like, hey, I think this is going to get a 7. 6 is a worst case scenario. 8's probably best case scenario. But I think it's going to get a 7, and it did. So it's actually my first one of owning these. 7's not a huge grade on this card, but this is one I will be keeping. He kept it for 30 years. I'm going to keep it for a while. So this is one I will end up stashing and throwing in my collection. For the time being. So again, you'll notice in this video there's a just huge variety of stuff. So it's not in any order. I just pulled everything out of the box and just kind of threw them in piles. So again, nothing's going to be in order. You'll see some good cards, some cards that I've definitely appreciated recently, and then some cards that you're like, dude, why on earth did you grade that? And I mean, considering I graded these back, I sent these in back in October. Things were a little different then, but nonetheless, definitely some questionable stuff right here. How about a Kevin Knox 10, Kevin Knox 9, and another Kevin Knox 9. Super excited. I won't even waste your time with those. Not really a whole lot going on there. Bagley Prism 9. Again, just basically going to be upside down on these cards. If you don't get 10s on these, they're not really worth anything as 9s. Mitchell Robinson Silver 9. And again, I want to preface, since we're only 4 minutes in, anything on this video that I plan to move and inventory I plan on moving going forward will be strictly uploaded to my website. So it's just cardcollector2.com. I've been selling a lot of singles on there. We do supplies, group breaks, things like that. These singles, anything from this video that I plan on moving, will just go on the website. So if you have questions like, hey, are you going to move that? If I move it, it will be uploaded to the website. So I just wanted everybody to know that that's the plan for inventory going forward. Tray 10. That's pretty good on trays, though. I know the 10s do really, really well. Those have definitely gone up. There's a 9. Silver 9. I really wish this would have 10'd. Can't say I'm surprised, but it was just kind of one you just kind of get hopelessly optimistic for. Shimmer, Aaron Holiday from first off the line, 7/7. I didn't pay hardly anything for that. Wish I would have 10 though. Okogie, silver, 10. 2 Okogie 10s. Of course, the Trays can 10. It's got to be freaking Josh Okogie, $20 10. MPJ, Prism Rookie as a 9. Prism Rookie as a 9. Most of the 9 stuff I don't plan on keeping unless it's like major guys. MPJ I won't keep. Those will end up on the site. JJJ10. I actually own 3 of these already. I'm not sure if I plan on keeping those a while or if I end up planning on moving 1 or 2 of them. Shamet 10. I really had hopes for him that they would make the playoffs and he would get some exposure, because I feel like the Clippers would have had a shot at the finals. I think it would have been Clippers-Lakers to battle it out. So that's honestly why I submitted that. Pretty nice one here, because obviously these have appreciated a lot. Anything Luka was pretty much on fire. But there's a 10 from this Threads. LeBron, 9. It's crazy what, LeBron stuff's gone up to lately if you haven't been following that market. That's one of the reasons I want to do a LeBron showcase video, is just because his stuff is on a whole different market right now. It's wild. A LeBron draft ticket blue foil. Pretty good timing on some of these. You'll definitely notice I got these back at the exact right time, right? With the Last Dance documentary coming out soon, Jordan stuff has really just taken off. There's a decent amount of old school Jordan inserts in here. Nothing huge at all. But I mean, this would have probably been this card's probably gone up 3x since the time I submitted it, as what a 9 did then versus what a 9 does now. And that might not be a lot. It might have been a $20 9 versus a $60 9 now. I don't know, but it's definitely gone up. So basically free value in the meantime. Here's another one. Total O. That's an 8. 8s aren't going to really do a whole lot. Those will likely end up on my site. The 9s I will probably end up keeping, but again, might have some 9s on there. Pretty big one here. This is the finest. This is the bordered one from 96. You can see how there's a border on the bottom right there. There's another one from this set that doesn't have a border. It's the borderless. It'll basically go all the way to the edge. So there's no border. There's 2 different ones though. I actually forgot this was in here. Holy cow. Wow. Man, I wish this would have got a 9. I'm amazed it didn't. Dude, that's a rough... Man. Those edges aren't that bad. Well, either way, I think I probably paid $10 for this card. And I think PSA 9s do like $400 now. So, obviously going to do, all right on this. I'm not sure I'll move this. I'm not sure I'll keep this. I really don't know. This is the Jordan PMG base. It's not the actual PMG. I shouldn't say that. It's the Metal Universe base. PMGs are 0 numbered and worth a college education. So, Luka 8. Nothing really to say there, just unfortunate. There's a 9. LBJ, I've got a bunch of this Revolution stuff. This is his, I believe Revolution was his first Lakers card. It was like Revolution, Absolute, and Optic in 18-19. I think it was Absolute first in the encased card, and then it went Revolution, and then it went Optic. That's why the Optic card really does so well. It's one of his basically first Lakers rookies, and it's his first big product with, Prism Select and Optic. Optic was the one that came out first. So there's a 9. Then you got another 9. Can't really do much with 9s. Disappointing. Green Mosaic 10. Not numbered, but still. All the LeBron stuff I will be stashing. I will just let everyone know about that. Really wish this would attend. I was really hoping on this. LeBron season ticket. Again, another one you're just like... did not do nearly as well in time. Kevin Knox just doesn't really move much anymore, so... oh, sorry, I gotta move these LeBrons over. So the Knox stuff will end up getting listed on the website. Sexton 10 does well locally, and he, I think is undervalued. Trey Select 10. I think that card has some room to grow still. MPJ Select Tricolor 10. Not numbered. These are numbered in football. They're not numbered in basketball. Let me move this whole stack out. JJJ, tricolor, premier level. Again, not numbered, but they're numbered in football. Luka, select rookie as a 10. There's a select 9. I picked this up really, really cheap, so I was optimistic that this would 10 because I thought this would do pretty well. Good looking card because it's the Spurs colors with the zebra print. Notice I didn't say tiger because for some reason, if you watched my select first off the line football breaks, I was always calling zebras tigers and tigers zebras. Apparently didn't get taught my stripes well enough when I was a kid. But Kawhi has a 9 that will likely get kept. Some more LeBron for the stash. Didn't really have much luck with LeBron. I mean, some did well, but I think it was majority 9s. There's another LeBron. That one did get a 10. Put those with the other LeBrons. Mitchell as a 9. It'll be interesting to see. I'll be curious what you guys think, but be curious to see what happens with the whole Mitchell-Gobert situation. That I've heard that they don't want to be like teammates. I mean, obviously it's all hearsay at this point, but very interesting stuff. Embiid, tricolor, rookie, PSA 10. And then, again, another one you just kind of, man, if it only would have got a 10. Just one of those cards that, like, huge, a lot of, I mean, that's how kind of it is nowadays anyways, but, like, huge difference between a PSA 9 and 10. I think a 9 on this at one point was, like, 130 when PSA 10s were doing 4. So it's, like, I mean, just, man, I got the hiccups. Just a monster difference there. Moving on. Again, another one of those cards you're just like, yep, good timing on that. Second year Jordan sticker is a 7. I believe this is one I picked up in shop. I actually think a 7's a generous grade on this. The corners are kind of soft. It's got a little bit of edge wear right there. So I'm actually surprised that got a 7. But again, I thought the PMG base or the Fleer Metal base would get a 9. So I just think it kind of worked itself out. Spud Web 8. Love this set. I think this set is a great long-term hold. So this will definitely get kept. But Spud Web PSA 8. See, now I'm already mixing these up. Trying to kind of sort them as I go. Just makes it a little bit easier. This is also going to be from that deal. I told you the kid I went to high school with, his dad. So there's a couple of these. Got an 8 here, Larry Bird, rookie. There's actually a couple decent ones. Yeah, right here. Here's a 9 with Magic on it. Of course, the best one didn't get a 9, but 9s are still pretty good on these cards. Again, not amazing cards, but 9 for a card that's 40 years old. There's another 9, Sigma, Bird, and May. Triple rookie, PSA 9. I'm cool with that. OJ rookie, that's from that deal. That's a 7. I don't know what these do. I don't follow the OJ market much. This is what, 70 tops? I thought this was older than that. Another one as a 7. So pretty good grades there. Cool with that. I really thought one of these was going to 9. I don't think either one of them. I think there's a couple of them, but I don't think any of them got 9s. There's an 8. I still have yet to get a 9 on any of those. Obviously, this isn't going to 9. Centering's not good enough. There's a 7. Another 7. Again, centering's not great, but I always talk about this in my videos if you ever watch them. 5, that's terrible. It must be creased. I don't see anything. I'm trying to like use the light. There might be like a little indent right there that I would have missed in the light. But anyways, I talk about it in a lot of my videos. One of the reasons I grade these cards as much as I do is like they sell so well. It would amaze you. Again, since I own a retail store, these are just things I observe as I sell stuff. Like 7s and 8s of Hall of Famers, like especially this kind of card, like this, Marino, Montana, Rice, like the key Hall of Fame rookie cards from the 80s. Like I can move them raw, but when they're graded, like you can move them all day. I can't keep them in stock. So they're not amazing. They're not big cards, but they sell really well and really consistently. So that's one of the reasons I grade as many as I do. Because they're cheap. I mean, like an Elway rookie doesn't cost more than 10 or 15 bucks raw. I mean, they're cheap. I mean, if you get a nice one, they can be 20, 25 bucks, 30 bucks. But I mean, you get an average condition one. I mean, you can buy them raw for 10 to 15 bucks. There's another 8. So 3 8s. Not amazing, but wish I would have got at least 1.9. There's a 7, got a little print mark on the surface. Nothing crazy, but got to keep it from getting any higher. A 7. That's pretty good, considering those are pretty off-centered. Another one, clean copies, just 7s. This was one I was really, really pumped about, because I'm pretty sure the first time we subbed this came back questionable size. I didn't think it was. It looked good, but finally got a 5 on it. So 57 Williams. Another cool grade, about a 6 on 58 tops. Clemente. Those will likely stay in my stash. I'm not 100% sure on those. Got to really go through this. So this is, honestly, this is the first time I've looked at these cards since I got them, right? Like, when we did the last video, I showed you a couple cards on the top, but I didn't go really through these, so I really haven't processed any of what's in here. I saw the grades, obviously, before they came, so I knew what, like, the triple got. I knew what some cards got, but there's 250 cards in here, so there's no way I remember them all, so I don't have, like, a single plan for, like, yeah, I'm going to keep this, yeah, I'm going to move that, yeah, I'm going to move that. So honestly, I learned it pretty much when you do, because I'll just talk about it as I go through this. Mantle, Berra. Mantle stuff I will likely keep. I don't typically move much Mantle. He's just kind of one of those guys. I don't get to see it a lot, and when it does come in, I'll buy it, and I will keep it. So Mantle Boyer as a 2. Sorry, this mat I've got on my desk. I gotta move some cards over. Oh, there we go. You can kind of see it. It's basically over here. It's like a desk mat. It's got this like thing on the side. Of course I did that, but it'll fall. So, oh, there it goes again. Let me put some cards there so it stops moving. It's driving me nuts. All right, 60 tops, Ed Matthews 2. This is one of those, these next couple cards, these two right here from 68 tops. Again, you guys follow me, you know I'm not a baseball guy. I don't do a bunch of baseball. I don't know a bunch about baseball. I learn it every single day, as I own a card store. I learn it. I try to be aware of it. I know of upcoming prospects. Like, I'm not, like, oblivious to it. It's just not a sport I have much interest in, so I don't, like, you're not going to see me sitting at home on a night watching baseball. So I'll never pretend to know a lot about baseball. But I thought these were really good grades, and I'm just kind of surprised they don't sell for better than they do, being as old as they are. So if anybody has any insight or what your thoughts are on those, I would love to hear it, just because I'm not really much of a baseball guy. But you got a Seaver, 68. I think this is considered his second year, because I think his actual rookie's from 67. I'm pretty sure this is just considered a gold cup, so that might be why it's not that big. But I figure an 8. 8s, 9s, and 10s seems to do really well. But there's an 8. This is from that deal that the guy I went to high school with. And then this is 2. A Carlton as a 9. Again, I know it's not like it's not a 10. And Steve Carlton's not the best possible guy you could pull from this. Obviously there's much bigger names. But a 9 on a card that's, what, 52 years old? Yeah, 52 years old. That's, I don't know. So, anyways, just always curious about that. Another one from that deal. I think we're on a little bit of run here from that deal. Yastrzemski's a 5. I actually thought this was going to get a 6. But there's a copy as a 5. Schmidt, another one of those cards I would have guessed a 7 or an 8 on. I look at it and it's pretty clean. This is probably one I'll maybe not. Maybe the back was a little OC. Maybe a 6 is probably adequate for that. The front just looks really clean. Nice centered copy. These are from it, 75 minis. You got a George Brett as a 7, really strong. And then a Yount as a 6. I had actually never seen these before until I got these off of him. There's a 6, Aaron. Then you got a 7, Seaver. Then a Ryan as a 5. And you have a non-mini from 75 of Ryan. It got a 7. I kind of thought this could do better. I mean, these cards are tough grades because with the color borders, you can see white really easy. But you don't really see a whole lot of white on this. A little there, a little there. Back's a little OC, but I felt like this was closer to an 8. I didn't think this was that bad, so I'm a little surprised on that. Brett as a 7. I mean, I'm a little surprised that this is a 7, especially because of the color. Look at the color difference. The Brett looks faded, but I mean, look at the corners. That's what I struggle with. Is like, look at that corner down there. Like, you don't see anything like that on this card. I mean, you can see a little white there, but this, I mean, that's a good amount of white. The back centering's not that much better. This one's actually, I mean, they're almost identical on the back. And then the front looks, see, these to me are completely different cards. Like, that's an 8, that's a 7, or that's a 6. So I just, those are a little different there. This is a card that he actually wanted to grade. I got this for him. This is a Tiffany Bo Jackson. I actually wanted this. The problem was it was in all of these cards were in screw downs. So it's amazing this didn't happen more. But you can see right here, it bubbled. So what happens is if you keep those cards in those really tight screw down cards, over time, I mean, they're pressed together, and then heat is going to basically stick, it's going to be, with all the pressure on there, it's basically when you pull it off, it can peel surface, and you can have surface loss. And that's essentially what happened to this. I mean, look how clean it is. You can't even tell. You're like, whoa, that's a great looking card. I mean, seriously, it's a really nice copy. It just got that surface loss from being in that screw down for that whole time. So I really did want this, but I just unfortunately couldn't pay a fair price because I didn't know what they would grade it with that surface loss. This was a huge surprise. I have absolutely no idea what's wrong with this. I got 2 Griffies in the deal. I honestly thought both of them would 10. They're beautiful. One of them did better than this. One of them did really well, but I can see it now. I couldn't see it before. Right there. See it? So that's disappointing. I mean, the hollows almost, I mean, basically perfect. One of the reasons this card doesn't ever 10 is because these hollows are impossible to find. But you can see the crease right there through he. See it? Right there. So that's disappointing. Likely just toss it out for sale at the shop, nothing, or throw it on the website. Jaren Jackson 9, but there's more from that deal coming soon. I know there's more of those in here. Luka 10s, probably pretty good timing on those. I was actually pretty pleasantly surprised with the fact that I got multiple 10s. So there's a 9. Man, I was buying these like crazy back in the day. I was buying these every chance I could. I ended up moving a bunch of them, but here's another one. So 3 10s, pretty solid because those cards have skyrocketed. Another nice one for the stash here, the LBJ stash at a $2.99 Prism Red. Ruby Wave 9. A Silver 9. Again, those will be ones I end up keeping. Wendell Carter Jr. Prism 10. MPJ Luck of the Lottery 10. Luka Luck of the Lottery 10. Luck of the Lotteries I'm not as tied to. Those will likely end up on my shop website. Trey Luck of the Lottery 10. Nice one here. Fast Break Disco Red. It should be at a 125. Yep. 15 of 125. PSA 10. Good looking card with that orange throwback uni for the Cavs. I'm a big fan of that. 9. We just did not have much luck with LeBron Silver 9s. Obviously a little OC left to right, but overall thought it had a shot. Isaac Silver 9. A lot of these I'm not really attached to. Giles 8. I mean, nothing I can do there. Simmons second year 9. Definitely not anything I'll be keeping. Fox 10. Again, likely to, a lot of this stuff will end up getting moved. Mitchell 10. Those have gone up. Finally getting some recognition with that card. All right, back to the sub Griffey 9 from that same deal. It's got some stuff on the surface. Of course, it's the 9 copy and not the 5 copy. And then there's 2 of these. I don't know much about this card, like in terms of like why it wouldn't grade well. But I thought these would get 9s or 10s. So the fact that we got a 7 and an 8 is beyond surprising. I just don't have any idea. This one might have a mark right here on the side. Right there. You can kind of see it above the light. It's right here. I'm not sure. These will likely be cracked and resubmitted. I think those have higher grade potential. So ones I just not really on the same page with. There's a 10 Aidman. Meadows black at a 75. Again, if you like any of these Chrome Prospect guys, let me know. I'm always curious what you guys think. Obviously, I'm going to grade Chrome color, but I just don't know enough about a lot of these guys. Rolliston is an 8. That was rather disappointing. I don't see it. There's just nothing wrong with that card. Nick Schnell is a 9. Clemens as a 9. Slightly OC'd, so not super surprised there. Sparkle at a 71 as a 9. I do like that Sparkle set. India as an 8. Again, I don't see it. I mean, a little soft on the corner, but is that 8 worthy? I don't know. Tatis, Bowman Chrome as a 10. Another Tatis Mega as a 10. I really like Tatis. Joey Bart Mega as a 10. Dahlbeck Auto as a 9. Is he going to be any good? I don't know much about him. But some Mega Autos. Acuna. I have a decent amount of this card. Heritage as a 10. Another Heritage as a 10. Another Heritage as a 10. And then another Heritage as a 10. So did pretty well on Heritage with Acuna, I guess. All right. A couple stacks left. Well, a couple. We're not even halfway there. Soto Update 10 Chrome. Have a lot of this dude, man. A lot of y'all liked him, too. 10 Devers Update. I think this is a variation refractor. I know it's numbered. Yeah, 250. This card actually does pretty well, from my understanding. A lot of people like Devers. I don't know much about him, and I didn't know so many people liked him. So I was kind of surprised by that, but again, learned something new. Adele 9, I really wish this would have 10. This is one of those cards I plan on keeping. I really like Joe Adele. He's one of those guys that have been stashing for a little while. Bellinger Chrome 9. Correa 10. Cheater. Probably not one I end up keeping. That will likely end up on my website. Definitely one I'm gonna stash. Gleiber Mega 10. I like Gleiber a lot, too. I think he's going to be good. Soraka 9. This is funny. If you've followed me for a minute, you know where I got this card. Back at the National, the first day I was there. It was one of the first deals I actually picked up. A buddy of mine set up and was splitting a booth with someone else that I didn't know. And he had a bunch of like stuff with like stickers. So like it was like a yellow sticker was $2, a green sticker was $3, purple was $4, you know, etc. And again, I'm very upfront. I do not know much about baseball other than like what you see on Twitter, what you see on SportsCenter, what people are talking about on Instagram. I mean, I'm in cards every day, so that's basically the extent of my knowledge. But I know a bunch of Braves fans. For some reason, a bunch of my friends are Braves fans. Anyways, there were this was priced at $3. And I was like, I think this dude's pretty good. I've heard a lot of my friends talk about him. I'll buy it, right? It's $3. It's not the end of the world if it's you know, $1. And I think at the time they were doing like $65, and I graded it. Obviously didn't 10, but from my understanding, it's probably better than the $3 I paid for it at the National, and the couple dollars I have in grading. So again, nothing crazy, but kind of a cool thing for me since I don't do a whole lot of baseball. Oh, it's kind of like one of those proud moments when you flip something you don't know much about. 2 Eloy 9s. Unfortunate, neither 110. Trout, this is the second year they ever made Prism. So it's Trout's, second or third year card? Third year card. Nothing amazing, but worth the cost of grading. So there's a couple 10s there. This is actually the first year of Prism. First year of Prism was 2012, and Trout's a rookie in, 2011? So this would be second year for Trout. Those actually do decent. I think these do like $50. So again, you're talking about a base card with a PSA 10 slab on it. You know, you can probably buy this base card for $4 to $8, I would have guessed. So, you know, make $35 after it's all said and done. Not amazing, but again, we're not shooting for the moon on every single card. You just, you know, you make $10, $5 on every single card. You had a good day. So, just one of those things I try to talk a lot about. Edwards 10, RJ Barrett 10. I'm amazed these cards got 10. I'm not going to lie. Like, these are from the National. These foil cards are nearly impossible to grade. I would imagine the pop on these has to be super, super low. I know Edwards isn't anything, and RJ Barrett certainly doesn't sell well, but those have got to be tough grades. Shock. It's from one of those, like that Shock set. But Trey is a 9. Some more Lucas that underachieved. There's a 9. Got 8s and 9s earlier. There's another 9. It's funny, we did well on Prism. We did not do well on Optic, really. There's a 10, but multiple 9s, multiple 8s. Another Trey 9. I think overall I was pretty happy with the Treys. 9. Gleiber Heritage as a 10. I know a lot of people like this dude. I don't know much about him, but one I bought in shop, Will Smith as a 9 out of 150 blue. Looks good though. It's just one of those cards. Again, I always talk about this, like aesthetically, when you've got the team colors and the color of the card. Wander Javier, Bowman Chrome Auto. Don't know much about him. Bo Bichette. No, this guy's kind of picking up some steam. There's a 9 Chrome. Then you got an Adele out of 25 as a 9. Again, just one of those things. I wish some of the Adele stuff would have got 10s. I would have loved to keep some of that. Bowman Chrome, Bellinger from 17 as a 10. Pretty cool one here. Acuna, Heritage Rookie, PSA 10. It's just an insert. Gleiber Chrome 9. It's a pink refractor. The Update Chrome. Another one of those cards that's likely a big difference between a 10 and a 9, I would guess. There's an Eloy Finest Purple Refractor at a 250 as a 10. Again, I just have for some reason, I got a lot of luck with this dude, man. If you watch some of the other PSA videos, I feel like every card I get of this dude 10s. Like, literally every card I think I've had of Devers has 10'd. It's amazing. Not sure this is the best card in the world. It's a holiday box. I don't think those are amazing, but as a 10, I'm sure it's worth having. If you follow me on IG, or if we've ever talked about this, when I bought the card store in May of last year, this was the best card, the best single card in it. Obviously, you don't buy a card store necessarily for the single cards. You buy it for some of the other things that come with it, allocation and other things. But this was the best card in it, so it's good to see it ended up getting a 10. Definitely wasn't going to 9.5 or get a 10 auto with Beckett. That smear in the J is obviously right here is not super bold, and there's a slight smear on the T in Soto. So that's just one of those cards. It's one of the things I look for in grading, but this would never, you would get a 9 auto with this at best, maybe an 8 with the smear and this in the streak. So you would never want to send this to Beckett to get such a low auto grade. Jeter 9, I love these chrome cards from the silver packs from Topps. Really wish this would have 10. I bet this is a big card as a 10. Like, I bet this is a 9. Again, I'm just going to completely guess, but I bet it's probably a $29.99 sale, and I bet a 10 would do 100. I mean, I bet this is a huge difference between a 9 and a 10. Maybe I'm wrong. Again, I'm not trying to pretend like I know it all. I just think that card has a lot more potential as a 10. Madrigal from Best at a 25 as a 10. Jeter, Topps Chrome from 96. I really thought this had a shot to 10, but still a 9. Solid grade. There's a 10. Vlad Heritage. I think this is Heritage high number. I own a decent amount of those as is. Taysom as a 9. I was really, really hoping that would 10. I'll likely stash that. Wentz Optic as a 9. Nothing really special there. There's a 10. There's a 10. I have enough Wentz stuff put away, so I'll likely move those. Golf Hollow as a 10. I would expect that kind of stuff ends up on my store page. All right, then you got a 9 and a 10 tray. Good timing on those. Those have definitely gone up since I submitted them. I subbed a lot of the Prism Silvers I thought had shots of 10s that were rookies, even if they weren't amazing players. It's just, if they ever get any moment, you got a 10, it's definitely something people are going to be after. So, 10, Akobo, not amazing guys, but solid cards have his 10s. Simons is a 9. Silver Bridges 10, I have a decent amount of those. Costas, just one of those cards that's going to sell strictly on name alone. Shemet 9. Another Shemet 9. Not much luck with Shemet there. That's disappointing. Hamadou as a 9. Likely cards that end up on the site. Fast break red disco of Giannis. Got a 9. A 16 of 125. Likely stash that. Trier is a 10. Decent amount of Trier stuff. I'll probably throw some of it up on the site. 8 in pink ice as a 10. Nice grade right here. I think that's our 3rd or 4th one in this sub alone. There's a Luka Prism 10. Another Akogi 10 silver. Seem to have a lot of luck with him in this sub. Zaire Smith, silver 10. Cool one here. I picked this up in the National off the same guy I got the Soraka from. This was also $3. Zaire Smith, purple ice out of 149 as a 10. I'm sure it's not an amazing card. I'm sure it's nothing crazy. But for $3 plus the price of PSA grading, I'll take my shot with that. Herder as a 10. MPJ Pink Ice as a 10. Jimmy G Topps Chrome as a 10. Jimmy G Topps Chrome as a 9. I bought these a long time ago, and his stuff has definitely gone up. So I'll do pretty well in this lot. I actually ended up buying, like, it wasn't the rainbow, but there was probably 10 or 12 cards from Prism. They're not all in this sub, but it was one of those deals I look back on and I'm like, yeah, that was a pretty good deal. Blue Wave as a 9. And then got a purple scope as a 9. I've already gotten some of these back from grading, if you've seen any of the other videos. But still, those have definitely appreciated. Goff as a 9. Topps Chrome Refractor Donald. I also had a conversation with someone when I got this. Are many of these inscribed with the 99? I don't remember seeing that his rookie year. I think some of them have the 99, some of them don't. So, that one does. It's cool. Best defensive player in football, I think. Trubisky as a 10. Super sick. Trubisky Illumination as a 10. I'm being sarcastic. Trubisky Silver as a 10. I'm not real big on Trubisky. McCaffrey as a 9. Again, another one of those cards that's going to really fall into the 9 to 10 difference being substantial. Just got paid, though. 4-year deal with $65 million, I think. Allen as a 9 from Prestige. Probably pretty good timing on this one. I know a lot of people are high on Josh Allen. I'm not as particularly high. That probably means he's going to be absolutely amazing. Because I was not high on Lamar. Lamar turned out to be really good. I mean, 1 year, but a lot of people lately have been asking for Josh Allen stuff. And I'm just not really on that train. Zay Jones at a 10, a 9, probably nothing crazy. Some Mahomes, I actually didn't know these were in there. Mahomes, rookie 10, or a 9. This is a 10, that's nice. Mahomes I'll definitely keep. I think this dude is the real deal. Gridiron Kings. I know people, I just think some of his stuff is cheap considering what other guys sell for. Like, just, I mean, basketball is obviously global. But, I mean, this dude, I mean, what is he, 24 years old or just turned 25? Well, I don't remember which. But been to 2 straight AFC final or AFC conference games. Should have won the first one. I mean, I'm a Patriots fan, and he should have won that game. If, D4 didn't jump off sides or some crazy penalties. Dude would have likely won back-to-back Super Bowls, but been to 2 straight AFC titles, won an MVP, won a Super Bowl MVP. I mean, this dude is awesome. This dude's the future of the NFL. So, real big on Mahomes. There's a Myles Garrett 10. Really like Myles Garrett. I think he's a future Hall of Famer. Mahomes, Extreme Rookies, blue out of 99 as a 9. And then one from the National out of 99 as a 9. Really wish a couple of those numbered ones would have 10, but honestly, some 10s is better than no 10s. Baker red as a 9. Likely end up out in the shop. Saw a bunch of him. This was from a deal from my guy Dom, Juggernaut Dom on Instagram. I think this was a gift. I'm pretty sure he threw this in a deal because it was for my PC. The case is going to need cleaned or resubmitted. But I'm pretty sure this was a gift. But Denzel Ward 101. LVE, I thought this had a shot to 10. I really did. The auto's not amazing on this, but I really thought this had a shot to 10. I will likely submit this again unless I get a strong offer on it. I think this dude's going to be really good, and obviously Dallas stuff is like gold. It sells well. It's funny. I remember getting these in the mail. I bought this lot on on eBay for, it's a mail day video. I'm sure somebody in here remembers better than I do. But it was no more than $13 shipped. No more than $13. I think it was like $11 for both cards. And I was like, you know what? These look clean. I'm going to submit them both. They both ended up 10ing. Again, Cam Newton, not doing too hot these days, right? Released, doesn't have a new team. Not saying it's the best investment I've ever made. But for, I mean, you're looking at, what's that? $5.50 a piece per card, plus, let's say $10 a card to grade. You're looking at $15 a piece. So what I have in these, 30, what's that, $30, right? $30. That'll sell for 40. That'll sell for 20, or that'll sell for 45, that'll sell for 20. I mean, not amazing, but you're going to double your money. You make $30 on 2 cards for just a little bit of work and a little bit of time. That's one of the things I always try to stress is, I talked about it earlier, like, you don't need to make $1 million on every single card to have better cards or to build a bigger collection. That is one thing I really try to stress, right? Like, you make $30 on these, then you get your original money back and you get your other, your profit 30. Then you take that 60 and you turn 60 into 75. Then you turn 75 into 110 and 110 into 130 and 130 into 140 and 140 into 180. It takes time. It doesn't happen overnight, but again, just one of those things. Now, if these would have 9'd, I wouldn't have been having this conversation. They just happened at 10. It's just one of those things. I think that these will do pretty well. Auburn stuff, college is going to sell better for Cam Newton now than pro because he's not on a pro team. And if it was a Panthers jersey, nobody would want it because he's not a Panther. But it's Auburn, it's college stuff. College people always want college cards. Like, I buy Braxton Miller Ohio State cards. I don't buy Braxton Miller Texans cards. I don't have any interest for those. I liked him at Ohio State, not in Houston, right? Like, people are going to like Cam Newton. He won a Heisman, won a national title, right? Like, was awesome. Might have got paid to do it, or his dad, might have got money for a church. Shout out to Cecil Newton on that. But that's neither here nor there. So, again, just something to keep in mind. I'm not saying go buy Cam Newton Panthers cards and grade them. I'm just kind of the thought process for me on that. So, just small tidbit I figured I'd share. Breeze 8, not really much you can do with that. 8's not an ideal grade. Santana as a 9, kind of a grade. There's a 10. That's probably pretty solid. Obviously, y'all know baseball better than I do, but I would assume a batter, gold, first Bowman, PSA 10 for the Dodgers has to be solid. Not sure how solid, but we'll see. Alonso 8, that's disappointing. Jordan. So my understanding from this is that this is considered his first Bowman Chrome. Since it doesn't say first, but my understanding is this is the first card he has from Bowman Chrome. Amaya 499, PSA 10. I have the super of that as a 9.510. Bart 6. This was graded before as like a 6, and the guy told me about it. There's like a real tiny crease on the back. But he had cracked it, and I was like, I want it slabbed so I can at least sell it graded so somebody doesn't try to return it and saying, oh, this crease is bigger than I thought it was. So that's one of the reasons I grade cards like that, so you can actually at least move them. Jordan Mega as a 10. Luciano Mega as a 10. Will Smith Refractor is a 10. Y'all know my argument on this. I tell this all the time when I do graded videos. Cards like this are always worth grading. That's why I graded the Breeze. Breeze didn't work out for my favor this time, but always grade cards of superstars. Look at LeBron Optic. That supports my argument 1,000%. Right? I talk about it in every video. Grade cards of superstars. You grade the Trouts, you grade the Jeters, you grade the Bradys, you grade the Mahomes, you grade the LeBrons, you grade the Giannis, you grade the Curry, you grade McDavid, you grade the superstars, you grade the best people in that sport. Right? The best guys, the guys that are on SportsCenter every time they play. Mike Trout is the best player in baseball. Topps Chrome Refractor is not a big card. It's what, probably $3, $4, maybe $5 for a refractor. But I bet a PSA 10 does 40. So you're going to double your money buying a card if it 10s. It's just, I mean, look at the LeBron Optic base. LeBron Optic base from his first year were $5 cards. I probably have 20 of them. PSA 10s do $200. It's always good to have stuff graded of superstars. It's easy to move. Alonso as a 10. Tatis as a 10. Again, just like the Chouts, Jeter 10. This is probably a $2 card on eBay as raw. Maybe if I was selling it on one of my cheap eBay pages, it'd probably be $3.95 free shipping and a PWE. This probably sells for $35 as a 10. Not amazing numbers, but again, better than selling it for $3 raw. Gleiber, Chrome, 10 pink. Jared Allen, 9 Prism. It's actually my second one of these. I already own this. This dude's awesome. Spicy P, silver 10. Big fan of that card. Couple Prism base. There's a 10. There's another 10. Rather unfortunate. I wish this would have 10. Centering's not great, so you can't really complain too much on this. But LeBron out of 75 is a 9. Another LeBron orange. I thought this one had a better shot to 10 than the other one, but it's 19 of 49 first step as a 9. Russell Prism as a 10. Jokic Flash as a 9. There's an LBJ 10 Ruby Wave out of 350. Again, it's funny. I did all right on the cards that had the throwback unis. That's got the yellow throwback alternative jerseys, or alternate jerseys, not alternative. LeBron Silver All-Star 10 from Prism, 14-15. LeBron Silver insert as a 9. Some early Prism stuff. You got a KD as a 9. You got another KD as a 9. You got Embiid 9 rookies. Embiid 9 rookies. It'll be interesting to see what happens with the Sixers. Do they keep Embiid? Do they keep Simmons? Do they keep them both? I just don't see them winning a title as is. 9 and 9. Lots of 9s. 9s for everybody. You get a 9. You get a 9. We all get 9s. All right, take some of these down here. Sent these in. Not sure what these are going to do. I sent these in right last minute, but Rui as a 9 or as a 10. Reddish as a 10. RJ Crusade out of 99 as a 10. A super nice Kevin Knox Ruby Wave. Yuck. Fox White out of 10. This should be at a 70. 149. I thought it was at a 75. I think that's selected this year. Levert out of 99 from Hoops as a 10. Simmons Aficionado Artist Proof. This should be at a 99. I think it's 23 too. Yeah. 23. I always remembered that because it was LeBron's number. Kobe Crusade as a 10. Rest in peace, Mamba. And then Jaylen Brown Optic Hollow as a 10. Another one of those cards that probably did really well in the meantime as the Optic boost happened in there. This was probably a $5 card raw before, and it's a PSA 10. Without looking, I would guess 75 to 100 as a 10. Probably a pretty good bump. Jokic as a 9. Some more Embiid. Got a 10 Prism. Less than unfortunate grade here. Oladipo as an 8. Corner's not amazing on that, so just 8s just baffle me. That's a rough grade for a modern card. CJ as a 9. Another CJ as a 10 from Prism. Old school AI Refractor 06 Finest. Not numbered, but still AI. Grade that. Pretty solid timing on this. This was a BGS 8 before. Not really much difference between that and a 7, I don't think. I'm a little surprised by a 7. I thought this was going to PSA 8. But Jordan Techniques Atomic Refractor. Not sure I could have got any better of timing on that. Levert Silver as an 8. Yuck. It is what it is. Adele 8. That's also unfortunate. I own 9 or 10 of these as 10s. I love this card. I think this card is going to have huge potential. Adele Chrome Refractor as an 8. More Embiid. You got a 10 there. Making up for some of those 9s. Gordon Silver as a 9. Wish I would have 10'd. LeBron early base as a 10. I bet these have gone up quite a bit since then. I haven't checked, but I would imagine. Clay early Prism Silver as a 9. Really nice couple here. Very nice. Second year Giannis 10s. Whew. Sheesh. Those are hot. All right. Set those off to the side. And then you got a Horford. Second year Prism. Second year of Prism. Silver 9. Second year Prism. Chauncey Billups, 9. Oh, nice. The best one got a 10. My guy, Jared Dudley. I'm kidding, but after 50 minutes of recording a PSA video, we got to keep some humor going. So, Jared Dudley has a 10. Oladipo has a 9. Oh, boy, I forgot this was in there. Holy cow. That's probably amazing timing. I bought this at the Chicago Fanatics show in November of 2018. It was the same time I bought a creased Giannis Prism, which was a rather unfortunate show for me. I bought this in a dollar box, a $1 box. Guy had some of the best dollar boxes I've ever seen. I probably spent 4 hours at this dude's table and bought a ton of dollar stuff. He had some great blowout deals, but I bought it for $1 and at 10. I bet this card is on fire right now. With the way Prism market is, the way Prism Silvers are, first year Prism, it's a PSA 10, and you got the Last Dance coming on. This is a winner right now. This is probably my favorite card so far. That is a winner. I totally forgot about that. MPJ 9, 8, and 10. What's the word on MPJ, man? Some people, you either love him or hate him, it seems. I know a lot of people like him. I just can't decide. Robinson, purple, 10. 8s, I don't even have any comments on 8s. 9, ugh. 9. Yuck. Alright, last stack to finish out this 250 bulk sub. Appreciate y'all for sticking through it. Kawhi, 9. Not much luck with Kawhi. Seems like we got a lot of 9s with Kawhi. Mitchell, Mosaic 10. Spida. Giannis, Mosaic Green. Actually got this of LeBron and Giannis in 10s this time. Mahomes, 8. Yuck. Darnold, Prism, 9. This card, Darnold Prisms have definitely gone up recently. I saw Prism PSA 10s were doing 100. Thought that was crazy. Field level is a 9. Field level silvers, man, those are my thing. Mahomes, 199. Again, numbered in football, not numbered in basketball. Baker, 10. Of course, I get 10s now that his value is depreciated. We'll be curious to see what Baker does this year. I know a lot of people are still high on him. The Browns got a lot of talent. 199. A lot of 10s. Those are good, man. Those will sell in Columbus. I saw a lot of Baker stuff. He's very, very popular. I remember when I first opened, that was probably the dude I got asked for the most, was Baker Mayfield. I'm not even kidding. It wasn't LeBron. It wasn't anyone else. It was, hey, do you have anything of Baker? I probably got asked every day if I had something of Baker. So I got a lot of Baker. When you get asked for him every day, it was like, you got to have some. It's at a 65. This is from Honors. 99 is a 9. QB Vision. 25. Wow. I didn't even notice that. Of course, got a 9. I think this is jersey number. I'm fairly confident. Yeah. 14. That's Darnold's jersey number. Got a PSA 9. Real thick case, though. Interesting. And then Prism Draft Picks Bull. 149. Looks gold, but I assure you it's orange. As a 9. And then, last but not least, Luck of the Lottery Silver, Trey Young. Very nice. I always seem to do well with the Luck of the Lotteries. There's a 10. Definitely the best one so far. Kevin Knox. Ugh. 10 Trey Freshman Silver. Glad I graded those. Very cool. LBJ Liftoff. I never noticed it had an exclamation. I'm like, why did they put an exclamation? That's dumb. But I guess there's an exclamation on the card. Very interesting. Cosmic out of 100, I think. Yeah, 15 of 100. Sexton as a 10. And you got a Shea. Chinese New Year Ice as a 9. Really cool Devin Booker. Contenders Optic. Sorry, my dogs are apparently barking. 10. Hey, at least they made it the whole video without barking. Hall of Fame Contenders. LBJ Blue Ice from Contenders Optic. I really wanted this to 10. I might still end up retrying this card. But PSA 10 or PSA 9 LeBron. Giannis Refractor. Again, superstars. Grade them. If you got them, they're great long-term holds, I think. There's another Giannis Premier level as a 10. Victor Oladipo. This is the courtside. Hardest one to get. That's a 9 instead of 13. Yep. 8 of 13. Vic. And you got a Ben Simmons 1 of 99 ticket as a 9. As He's probably one of those guys I considered a superstar at one point, so graded him. Lonnie Walker is a 9. I typically have a lot of luck with contenders draft picks, so that's rather disappointing. And then we'll end with 2 10s. You've got a Derek White Prism Silver and a Donovan Mitchell Prism 10. So did pretty well with Spida in this one. So yeah, I would say the Scotty's likely my favorite card. Pretty good timing though on what, 5 Jordans, 6 Jordans. Some big stuff there, and then the Scotty. So those are probably some of my favorite ones. But yeah, guys, anything I plan on moving, I'll upload to the website. Link will be down below, but it's just cardcollector2.com. If you made it 55 minutes in this video, I can't thank you enough. And again, if you're not already subscribed, click the link down below, or the subscribe button down below. But yeah, guys, for now, that's all I got. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Peace. Wait. The show goes on. I should have said this earlier. I didn't say this. I will tag him down below. All of these got submitted through Clay cards. So everybody always asks me where I get my stuff graded through. I didn't say that in the last video either, so I'll make sure I put his link down below. Clay cards on IG. Just look up Clay cards on IG, one word. Basically, that's who I grade all my PSA stuff through. So every single card here was graded by Clay. He does great work. Very honest about what will 10, what won't 10. Clay cards on IG. Check them out. Just wanted to make sure I dropped that. So now we're good. That's all I got, guys. Peace.